Okay, so let's talk about speed bumps. You probably barely notice them most days.
Yeah, they're just kind of there, aren't they? Part of the road.
Exactly, just part of the everyday landscape. But what if hitting one of these at, say, 100 kilometers per hour wasn't just bumpy?
What if it was actually a serious public health hazard?
Precisely. It sounds a bit backwards, doesn't it? A safety feature causing danger.
It really does.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We're looking into this everyday safety thing that, well, when it's misused, it hides some real dangers.
Hidden and dangerous consequences.
Yeah. We're going to try and unmask this overlooked hazard that's basically hiding in plain sight.
And that's our mission today, really, to sort of peel back the layers on this very common object.
Right.
We've got a bunch of sources here, research on, speed bump design, studies on vehicle damage, and some pretty compelling real-world case studies, too.
Okay.
And we want to uncover exactly why something that's meant to improve safety can actually paradoxically become, well, an accident trap.
An accident trap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll get into the what and the why behind this often ignored public health issue, especially, when these things end up where they just shouldn't be.
Okay, so maybe before we get into the dangers, it's worth just quickly touching on what they were actually for in the first place.
Good idea. Their intended purpose.
Because it's quite specific, right? Our sources, places like Safety Express, even Wikipedia, they all say speed bumps are designed to calm traffic.
Right. To physically make drivers slow down.
But only in certain areas, very particular low-speed zones.
Exactly. Think residential streets, maybe parking lots.
School zones, yeah.
School zones, definitely. Places where you absolutely need traffic to be slow because pedestrians are around. Safety is key.
So slow speed equals speed bump makes sense.
Makes perfect sense. But that's where the paradox really kicks in.
Okay.
This thing, designed for safety, it just completely flips and becomes a hazard.
How? Is it the design itself?
Not really the inherent design, no. It's purely about where they put them. Egregious misplacement.
Misplacement. Like on faster roads.
Exactly. When you see these things installed on high-speed roads, highways even, it just goes completely against their basic design purpose.
Okay, that makes sense. It creates danger.
An inherent danger. And think about who that affects most. Maybe new drivers.
Or someone who just doesn't know the road.
Right.
Unfamiliar territory.
Precisely. That element of surprise seems absolutely critical here.
So you're cruising along on a highway, maybe 80, 90, 100 kilometers an hour.
Expecting things to flow smoothly.
And then bam, suddenly this bump.
Yeah. And that unexpected jolt, how does that translate into real risk? For the car?
Yeah.
For the people inside?
You've hit on it exactly. That jolt, that sudden, unexpected impact, that's where the real danger starts.
Okay.
The direct consequences when these are on highways, they can be severe. We're not just talking about spilling your coffee.
No. Much worse than that.
We're talking about losing control of the vehicle, serious accidents, and of course, major vehicle damage. We saw that mentioned in Unimat Traffic's work on wear and tear.
Right. Suspension damage, tire blowouts. Could be anything.
But what about the wider impact? You mentioned public health earlier.
Yes. And here's a twist that often gets overlooked, but has huge public health implications.
Okay.
Imagine an ambulance. Sirens blazing, trying to get someone to a hospital. Every single second counts, right?
Absolutely. Critical.
And then they hit one of these speed bumps on a road that should be clear, should be fast.
Oh, wow. I hadn't even thought of that.
That thing that was meant to slow traffic for safety, it now actively blocks emergency services.
It becomes a barrier to saving a life.
Exactly. It's a systemic flaw, really. It burdens the whole community, our critical infrastructure.
Is there a real-world example of this happening?
There is, actually.
Yeah.
A very specific one that highlights these dangers perfectly. The city of Nagpur in India.
Okay, what happened there?
Well, the Times of India cover this extensively. They have these speed breakers, as they call them, that are often poorly marked.
Poorly marked, okay.
Yeah.
So hard to see.
Very hard to see, especially at night or in bad weather. And they've become notorious accident traps.
Accident traps again. So the very thing meant to help is actually causing harm.
Directly causing harm, yeah.
Yeah.
This isn't just theory. It's a real, tangible, immediate risk. People are getting hurt because of them.
That really drives home how important placement and, well, just thoughtful design are.
Absolutely. And how devastating bad infrastructure decisions can be for everyday people.
So given these, pretty stark realities, if speed bumps are not the answer for faster roads, what is? What are the alternatives?
Right. That's the crucial question. We need safer ways to manage traffic speed effectively on those roads.
Smarter approaches.
Exactly. And there are good options. Things like rumble strips.
Ah, yeah, the sort of corrugated bits that make your car vibrate.
Precisely. They alert the driver, make a noise, give you a vibration, but without that massive, dangerous jolt of a speed bump.
Less likely to cause loss of control.
Much less likely. Then you've got things like dynamic speed display signs.
The ones that flash your speed if you're going too fast.
Yeah, your speed is signs that remind you of the limit, make you aware. It's more about information and encouragement.
And maybe just better lighting, especially around tricky spots.
Improved lighting is huge. Such a simple thing,
Yeah.
but incredibly effective, especially for spotting hazards, whether it's a curve or, well, anything unexpected.
So these are more about guiding drivers, encouraging safer behavior.
Yes. Rather than setting up these unexpected physical punishments on high-speed roads.
Okay. And you mentioned connecting this back to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Public health. How does road design fit into that?
Well, it's really fundamental. This raises a really important point, I think.
Which is?
That thoughtful road design, good infrastructure,
Hmm.
it directly impacts the health and safety of the entire community. It's not just about individual driving habits, telling people to drive safe.
It's about the system itself.
Exactly. We need systemic solutions. Public health isn't confined to hospitals and doctors' offices.
Right.
It's deeply woven into how our roads are built, how they're managed, how they're maintained day to day.
So a badly placed speed bump isn't just annoying.
It's not just an inconvenience, no. It can be a significant public health risk. It contributes to injuries, costly property damage, even fatalities sometimes.
And burdens emergency services, like you said.
Burdens emergency services, affecting the whole community's well-being. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How many other small infrastructure choices are having these big ripple effects?
So if we were to sort of wrap this up,
Mm.
the main takeaway today seems to be that speed bumps, while they definitely have a place
A vital intended role, yes.
in specific low-speed areas,
Right.
using them on highways, that misuse transforms them into a serious, often unconsidered public health risk.
Pretty much, yeah.
This deep dive really showed how seemingly small decisions, like where you put a speed bump, can have these surprisingly large negative consequences.
It really does. And maybe that leaves us with a thought to ponder. If something as simple as seemingly mundane as a speed bump can have these deep, overlooked impacts on our well-being and safety, well, what else is out there?
What other parts of our everyday environment?
Exactly, our built environment. What other aspects might be quietly shaping our health or safety in ways we haven't even started to recognize yet?